Do you work in trench construction? Would you like more space to work inside the trenches and more safety for your employees? Would you like trench construction to be faster and more economically efficient? Then you've come to the right place. Take some time to watch the following information film from SBH. SBH – Innovative Shoring Systems. Welcome to Heinsberg, and welcome to the new factory of SBH. Ever since we were founded, we've been located here in the far west of Germany, which places us at the very heart of industrialized Europe. Let's take a brief look round. Wolfgang Deussen, President and Managing Partner of SBH Tiefbautechnik. A businessman who has never lost touch with hands-on practice. Wilfried Thelen is also a managing partner. His duties are focused mainly on the technology sector. In close cooperation with our design team, he provides the impetus and stimulation for our future product development. With her charm, professional expertise and mastery of several different languages, Britta Kuipers runs the export department at SBH.
Hasta pronto, Juan, y adiós, okay?
The weather's very fine. Yeah, a little bit snowy outside. Okay. Yes? Okay, have a nice day. Okay, bye-bye.
Heinz-Josef Grafen and his team keep business in Germany running very smoothly. But now, let's take a look at production. Our high degree of vertical integration necessitates high efficiency in component production. CNC machining centers and cutting installations deliver the components to assembly just in time. Automatic and manual work sequences have been perfectly harmonized. The shoring systems produced here are high quality and made in Germany. ISO 9001, major welding certificates and TÜV monitored production are all standard at SBH. We're proud that all the SBH systems are manufactured exclusively here at the plant in Heinsberg. Apart from shoring systems, we also manufacture trench sheets and lightweight profiles up to 10 mm thick on this high-performance profiling lane. It rounds off our product range. This production keeps us independent of subcontractors and flexible with regard to dimensions and delivery times. We have set up a permanent demonstration plant in our extensive factory grounds. A practice-based presentation here shows you what is manufactured in the production halls. So a visit to Heinsberg is always worthwhile. By the way, SBH not only sells new shoring systems, we also operate a highly efficient rental park. Here, building firms can rent everything required in trench construction, from aluminium shoring for depths of 1 meter to double slide rail shoring systems for trench depths up to 10 meters. We also provide the right shoring solution for trench, drag and press boxes. Just so you know. We can satisfy most of our customers' requirements right away ex-works. For special requests and special designs, we need a little more time. 6 working days at most. Let's leave the SBH factory now and follow the shoring system to one of the construction sites. All SBH system components are designed to be moved using equipment normally found on construction sites. So unloading a truck is not a problem. Here, system components for double slide rail shoring systems with rolling struts have been delivered. Before laying can begin, the slide rail frames have to be assembled to trench width. As you can see, everything fits perfectly, and assembly couldn't be easier. Laying can now commence. After the trench has been excavated to maximum 1.5 meters, the first plate is vertically and horizontally adjusted. Care has to be taken here that the first area acts as a guide for the shoring to follow. Next comes a slide rail frame. Once that has been fitted, the next plate is slipped inside the guide profile. OK, and that's followed by the second slide rail frame, which is placed above the profiles of the two plates. The bolts are removed, and now the shoring can be lowered step by step. Excavation and plate insertion take place alternately. The plates cut through even the hardest ground very effectively, thanks to an armour-plated cutting edge. Once the outer plates are lowered, the inner plates, all of the same type, can be introduced into the inner guide rails of the frame. At this construction site, protective rails are used to protect the plates, guaranteeing their future use thousands of times over. The plates, slide rails and rolling struts are thus brought to their final depth. Initial shoring is followed by the next shoring units, which always connect with the last frame. Gravity actuation is just one of the many advantages of this shoring method. Depending on plate length, a permissible foundation pressure of 85.5 kilonewtons per square meter can be supported by the shoring. In the shelter of the temporary structure, a safe work area for pipe laying has been created. The amount of free space is so large that work is almost as fast as in an unshored trench, only far, far safer for builders and locals alike. Once the pipeline is laid, removal takes place, following the compaction stages. Since they are parallel to each other, the plates can be simply pulled by the excavator. The slide rails can also be removed without a problem. The system components are laid again immediately. At the end of the trench, the previous condition is restored. Cycle thus follows cycle until the end of the construction site. The SBH Slide rail system can be combined with the utility plates at crossing sections. The plates are available in lengths of 2.0 to 8.0 meters. So far you've only seen our narrow shoring systems, but they can be wide too. How? In accordance with the required trench width, the slide rail frame is widened using distance pieces. This results in an amazing 12 meters of width. And up to 10 meters depth too. Very long pipes can be installed safely and easily, just by moving the rolling struts. An important topic in shoring is service life. Here's an impressive example. Parts of this system were delivered 10 years ago. Although the wear and tear is clearly visible, this shoring system is continuing to perform its function day in, day out. The reason for the long service life is clearly the superior quality of the SBH system components, plus correct handling of the machine by construction workers. Construction work at airports is always carried out to the tightest of deadlines and maximum security requirements, such as here at Frankfurt Airport. It is quite understandable that the operator wants the trench construction work done as quickly and safely as possible in the critical area of the roll paths. parts of its extensive trench system are being renewed and extended. The shoring system, SBH double slide rails, naturally. Here you can clearly see the advantages of the trapezoid rolling struts. A spindle clearance without toe-in of 4.0 meters, with enough free space for the excavation work. Trench depth 7.80 meters. The relatively long concrete pipes can quite simply be lowered at the 4-meter-long culvert between the slide rail frames. The work thus proceeds quickly, and in a few days' time there will no longer be any visible trace of a trench construction site. Now to another site, far closer to home. This construction site is in Heinsberg. An anti-flooding installation is being made from precast concrete pipes. Since a lot of room is needed for construction work down in the trench, SBH equipment was used here exclusively. Widening. As already shown, it presents no problem. Because of the extremely high groundwater level, a high-powered groundwater lowering system had to be installed here. Attachment of the massive concrete parts takes place at right angles to the trench direction. Under the rolling struts, the pipes are simply turned in the direction they will be laid. There's plenty of workspace after all. A pipe puller ensures that the components are sealed tight. This site is somewhat smaller. Work is in progress on a supply conduit that is being built along the length of a production hall. Soil settlement has to be eliminated to prevent damage to the structure. A job for SBH trench shoring systems. The soil here on the edge of the Westerwald is considered especially tough to work. Nevertheless, the plate cuts through it perfectly. Because of the relatively shallow laying depth here, the single slide rail shoring system is used. In this variant, the rails and rolling struts are adapted to load conditions. A flexible system, no matter how deep, how wide, and what the conditions happen to be. Concrete pipes are being used here too. In contrast to the construction sites we've seen so far, the pipes are given concrete foundations. After laying, concrete will be poured over them to trench width. The length of the shored trench and the cycles are harmonized, such that all the work takes place simultaneously. One cycle runs smoothly into the next. This construction site is in Austria, on the outskirts of Vienna. The soil conditions are difficult, and the groundwater table is high. And no wonder, right beside the trench, there's a stream. High-quality fiberglass reinforced pipes are being laid here. The thin-walled, lightweight pipes can be placed on top of the rolling struts, enabling the excavator to be used for laying. If the equipment has a firm base, laying is routine. The staggered rolling struts facilitate lowering. The critical terrain is making all the trench work more time-consuming. For each shovelful of filler, the excavator has to go off-road. At the back, where laying is currently in progress, work continues under normal conditions. But let's leave this construction site in the Vienna suburbs now and take a look at an interesting site in Germany. Because of the smooth inner surfaces, the SBH shoring system is especially well suited to cast-in-place concrete conduits. One of them is being built here. The shoring keeps the trench secure, but also functions as shuttering for the concrete. ABE concrete slabs are laid along the side walls of the trench, and these create the shuttering for the trench roofing panel. Plate removal will be especially easy here because thin styrofoam panels have been placed between the shoring and the concrete to reduce surface friction. Especially in narrow locations, the SBH double slide rail with rolling struts is the optimal shoring machine. In Mönchengladbach, for instance. Despite the cramped conditions, trench construction is proceeding without a problem. The city of Cologne is building a new sewage conduit system. The construction company doing the work here is a long-standing SBH customer. The head of the company successfully convinced the city authorities that this rolling strut system is an optimal way of securing the conduits, and also conforms to the stringent requirements of the city of Cologne. The safety and economic efficiency of this shoring system are totally obvious. During this phase of laying, further advantages of the rolling strut become clear. In contrast to other construction systems, one excavator with a standard shovel is quite sufficient for the excavation. A further advantage is the trapezoid rolling strut. Depending on pipe diameter, its height can be gently adjusted. This creates a vast amount of space for safe manhole and pipe laying. Naturally, the rolling struts are secured by bolt to prevent unintentional slippage. Compaction is gravity actuated against the existing soil. This method produces the best possible compaction results. As you can see here in Cologne, a good excavator driver has everything under control. With one helping hand, plate removal takes place quickly and professionally. Nothing wedged in or stuck. Vibrations are ruled out. The rolling strut system has made almost manless operation a daily reality. The shoring elements are laid aside, ready for the next cycle. Here we are in another part of Cologne, at one of these follow-up sites. SBH shoring of a shaft is being followed by extension of a trench. To round off this brief information film, we'd like to show you a speeded up version of the simple and logical way in which SBH systems operate. As we mentioned before, a precision start is crucial for shoring and plate removal to remain problem-free. Precision doesn't have to be millimetrical, but vertical and horizontal laying of the first shoring unit have to be guaranteed. Further shoring of a unit lowered this far can then be carried out very easily. Naturally, we provide new SBH customers with detailed consultations at our factory and on-site. Training staff for a construction site is standard procedure with us. After all, satisfied new customers are the best promotion there is, all over Germany and all over the world. After-sales service is also a high priority at SBH. We're always ready to listen to our customers whenever questions arise or advice is needed, and years after a sale too. But now to the laying in progress. All the rails and plates are reinforced to ensure they can withstand powerful tremors, even without the addition of protective rails. High-quality steel, cleverly designed, is the perfect material for sturdy construction equipment. Alongside this double slide rail shoring system with rolling struts, we offer the right solution for every problem. From ultralight aluminium shoring to triple slide rail systems for greater depths, SBH gives you everything from a single source. Economic efficiency and safety are included. These images speak for themselves, actually. This is fast work, more reminiscent of a factory hall. Or do you know of any other shoring system that allows such comfortable laying? The SBH rolling strut system has opened up new dimensions in trench shoring. Efficient technology. Costs kept under control. The smooth and perfect work on this construction site convinced the Cologne Civil Engineering Office of the benefits of the SBH rolling strut system. You can forget the problems with shoring methods up to now. Choose this innovative and perfect system. Choose an experienced and powerful partner in trench construction. Choose SBH. Like to find out more about us? No problem. Our employees in Heinsberg will be happy to take your call. You can visit us at our homepage too, www.sbh-tiefbautechnik.de. Otherwise, you'll find SBH specialists wherever our products are in use. In other words, all over the globe. Our information is available in every language, so we'll get along just fine. Include SBH in your planner, as an appointment and as a solution. A comparable alternative is hard to find.